Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Synergize with Sudha Shah. It gives me immense pleasure to read your comments, and believe me, your likes and feedback motivate me to do better. In my first few videos, I spoke about Lord Dattatrey and the lessons he learned from his first 5 gurus, which are the 5 elements of the nature. I have made a humble attempt to relate his learnings to the soft skill lessons we can learn in order to be successful in our personal as well as professional lives. Today, I am going to talk about Lord Dattatrey's 6th guru, which he found in the celestial wonder, the moon. Every night we see the moon differently in the dark sky. What we see are the different phases of the moon. Sometimes it is crescent shaped, sometimes gibbous, a full moon or the new moon once a month. This is called the waxing and the waning of the moon. It appears to be bigger and smaller. However, in reality, the moon doesn't increase or decrease. It always remains constant. What changes is the reflection of sunlight on the moon. The lesson that Lord Dattatrey learned from the moon is that the various phases of one's material life do not affect the soul. The lesson that we can learn from the moon is to remain unshaken and be confident in whatever phase of life we pass through. Just as the moon passes through different phases, we human beings also pass through various phases in our lives. Some are pleasant and some are unpleasant. However, our confidence should not be dampened when we pass through a dark phase. We should be certain and believe strongly that there is going to be a full moon after the new moon. Thus, the soft skill lesson that we can learn from Lord Dattatrey's 6th guru, the moon, is to be confident about our strengths and abilities in every phase of our lives. Let me first tell you what is confidence. Confidence is freedom from doubt. It means that you have trust in your abilities, your beliefs, and your course of action. And self-confidence is having confidence in oneself. You should be able to differentiate between self-confidence, arrogance, and overconfidence. Arrogance is an attitude that defines too much of self-worth or self-importance and a feeling of superiority over others. Overconfidence is an excessive belief in one's abilities. A person is overconfident when he thinks that only he has the required talent or ability to do a certain task, which in fact is far from reality. I am going to share a wonderful story. Please let me know whether you liked it in the comments below. There was an inter-school girls basketball competition. The girls team from St. Anne's School had practiced and gave their best shot. However, they lost 2 matches and now had to win the next match to get into the finals. They were already given names like losers, failures, worthless, etc. One day, the team was summoned by the coach. The coach was quite a motivator. The coach gave different essay topics to each member of the team. The topics were Dr. APJ Kalam, Marie Kom, Dhirubhai Ambani, Albert Einstein, Abraham Lincoln. The next day, when the girls came up with their essays, the coach asked them to read it out loud. He then gave them the task to list all the qualities that were common to all these personalities. A few of the common traits that surfaced were that they believed in themselves, they trusted their abilities, and were aware of their strengths and weaknesses apart from the never give up attitude. The team was charged up now. They regained their lost confidence and practiced even harder. Not only did they make it to the semi-finals, but also won the trophy for their school. The moral of the story is that you don't lose confidence, trust your abilities, put your best foot forward and achieve success. Here, I would like to give examples of real-life personalities who are able to achieve success because of self-belief and confidence. The first example is of Janvi Panwar, the Wonder Girl of India. A 14-year-old generally studies in class 8 in a school. However, Janvi was studying in the 2nd year of college in Delhi University. She belonged to a very small village in Haryana. Her parents couldn't speak English. However, Janvi, at the age of 12, spoke English in 12 different accents: American, British, Australian, Canadian, and so on. She is already a motivational speaker and has given talks to various educational institutions and even to IAS officers. You can view her motivational talks on YouTube. This example is especially for those who fear to speak in English language. You just need to be confident, trust your abilities, and do your best to learn the language. My second example is the one who is known for his amazing acting skills and is one of the best actors of Bollywood. He is Mr. Nawazuddin Siddiqui. He is the son of a farmer. He completed his studies and worked as a chief chemist in a petrochemical company. His aspiration was, however, to become an actor. Since he didn't have those charming looks, nobody supported him. However, he was quite confident about his abilities and he moved to Delhi to join a theatre group. There he worked as a watchman for 4 to 5 years as he had no money. Getting roles in films was not a piece of cake for him, yet he continued the struggle. Finally, he received an opportunity to work in Pipli Live, and since then there has been no looking back for him. My third example is Heth Pardesi, who was in news recently. Heth Pardesi proved that nothing is impossible in life if you have confidence and trust in your abilities. Having this brain disorder, cerebral palsy, and 50% disability, Heth cleared the NEET, which is National Eligibility and Entrance Test, to get admission in medical college. Despite battling poor hand-eye coordination, muscle weakness, and tremors, Heth would be taking his first step towards his aspiration to become a doctor. There are many such examples that leave us awestruck and teach us a lesson that self-confidence plays a vital role to live a life which is rewarding, fulfilling, as well as effective. There is this Vedic or Upanishad preaching that mentions Yad Bhavam Tad Bhavati, which means you become what you believe. That is, your inner thoughts make your outer appearances. So, if you feel you are weak, you will be weak. If you feel you can do it, you will be able to do it. If you feel confident about speaking in public, about addressing at large gathering, or giving that first presentation, or facing that long-awaited interview, you will definitely be able to crack it. This is now called as the law of attraction. Now, I'll share some tips to become self-confident. Apart from some tips that I've already mentioned in my earlier videos, which are flashed here on the screen, there are some more tips to become self-confident. Let's see. Now, the first tip is to have high self-esteem. If you think you are not important, then how can you think that you will be important for someone else? Love and respect yourself. Be your best friend. Enlist your success and reward yourself whenever you succeed. Recognize and appreciate your strengths. All of us have certain talents that are innate. These are our strengths. For example, Virat Kohli's strengths are a sense of responsibility and passion towards the game. He is naturally good at it. He displays these skills effortlessly. Identify what are the strengths that you can exhibit at ease. Work on your weaknesses. Just as we have strengths, there are certain attributes in our personality that does not allow us to achieve our goal, that hinders our growth. It is therefore necessary to be aware of our weaknesses as well. For example, Virat Kohli's weakness is over-aggression that sometimes leads to losing the game. Identify what is it that you are afraid of. What is it that makes you less effective? Once you have identified, start working on them and reduce it. The next step is to dress appropriately. Right dressing and grooming boosts your self-confidence. Dressing in clothes that make you feel your best benefits your confidence the most. That doesn't mean that you need to be wearing expensive branded clothes all the time. It is just that you need to take care of small things like wearing clothes that fit you well, wear clothes as per the occasion, and wear clothes as per the season. This is a very important tip, which is to learn and update yourself. The learning process in humans really never ends. The more you seek knowledge, the more confident you will be. The last tip is to accept challenges. Taking risk is frightening enough. However, if you have taken calculated risks and you succeed, it increases your confidence level manifold. With this, we complete the soft skill lesson of being self-confident that we learned from the moon. In my next video, I am going to talk about Lord Dattatrey's 7th Guru, yet another celestial body, which helps us to rise and shine every day. Yes, you guessed it right, the sun. Please subscribe to my channel. Do like and watch my videos if you really like them. Get notified by hitting the bell icon. Thank you so much, and I'll be back soon.